Welcome, everyone. Thanks for stopping through the My Reader Moment. This is the backup channel to the My Reader Minute. I just want to take a few minutes to talk about Corey Holcomb. Now, if you're unfamiliar with who Corey is, he does have a podcast, 5150 podcast on YouTube. He's a comedian, kind of controversial. The last time he went viral, him and this guy named Anton were going back and forth, and they were in each other's faces on his podcast, just going to town. Well, anyway, some old footage has resurfaced of him getting into it with a comedian, a female comedian, and her being slapped in the face or punched in the face by him. And it's made him evidently lose a lot of gigs because of the optics of it all. Now, it says Corey Holcomb is blaming TMZ because TMZ evidently found this footage. And ever since they have aired or rolled the footage on the internet, different places where they had him booked and busy, well, he's finding out he's no longer booked and busy anymore. So he's going around saying that TMZ has ruined his career. He said the incident happened in 2024 when Holcomb took a swing at Payne. I think her name was Catherine Payne. I'm not sure what her first name is. During a heated argument. TMZ posted the video following another incident involving Holcomb and Anton Daniels. I didn't know what his last name was, but I'm reading this now. This is actually on Sandra Rose's website. Tension flared when Holcomb challenged Daniels to a fight during a verbal altercation. The two incidences together portrayed Holcomb as a troublemaker and a
woman abuser.
Yes, social media users roasted him for attacking a female. During the February 4th episode of 5150, Holcomb complained that he can't book comedy shows because TMZ has ruined his life. Sponsors are also distancing themselves from the problematic radio host. You know, I haven't been working a lot of my gigs. I lost a lot of my gigs. So by the way, thank you, TMZ. I lost another gig today, he said. I'm about to be out here on welfare. Somebody got to explain why I ain't got nothing no more. Me personally, I would say there's something in your bathroom that you should have that sits right over top of the sink. You might want to look in it. Might be able to find out what's behind you not being able to keep your gigs. Just a thought. Holcomb is 56, accused TMZ founder and lawyer Harvey Levin of ruining the lives of Black men in California. I have a problem with that. Not that I am a cheerleader for Harvey Levin, because I'm not. I like TMZ. I look at their stuff, but I'm not a cheerleader. Not cheerleading this. I actually saw the footage of him and Anton Daniels going back and forth at it. Now, Anton Daniels where I don't agree with a lot of stuff that he does either. He's entitled to how he feels. Just like everybody in this nation is entitled to do and say how they feel. It's when we used to live in a society, well, maybe not so much anymore, but we used to live in a society where you could think what you felt within reason without being disrespectful to other people. Like you could have your thoughts about a certain race, right? It's your thoughts. Doesn't necessarily mean that they're right because they're your thoughts. They're your thoughts and you're allowed to have them, right? About animals. If you like dogs, you don't like dogs, maybe you're a cat lover. You like cats. It doesn't mean that it's wrong for you to like cats. Doesn't mean it's right for you to like dogs. You're entitled to like and dislike what you want, right? But where I draw the line is putting your hands and causing harm to anybody, no matter what color they are, no matter what man, male, female. Keep your hands to yourself. Now, HOLCOMB invited Anton to go outside. Anton was like, okay, let's do it. You are inviting to put your hands on this man because you disagree with what his beliefs are or what y'all were talking about. You would feel in some way about how he might pander to a certain demographic. That's on him. He can do what he wants. Okay? You have a certain demographic that follows your 5150. Nobody's saying anything about that. Right? So, and I guess when it came up with him hitting this woman, it just like got worse. So he added, and a life I've been building for 30 some years was destroyed because everybody think TMZ is square business. That's not square business, homie. That was ran by this lady named Sean Holly and Harvey Levin. It's so many brothers in jail right now because of that tag team. Okay. And they were trying to get me to by pushing the narrative of a pow pow. And it's so many people out there. Ain't nobody seen me with no pow pow. So far, TMZ has not commented on his allegations. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to say about this. Maybe I have one more question. Is there a possibility TMZ might have something else on you because they might roll tape? I listened to him. I've listened to some of his videos on YouTube. He can be entertaining at times. I think it's in his delivery where sometimes I kind of agree with him. I think it's his delivery that kind of like makes it go left. My opinion. It could be just me. I remember listening to him talking about the pastors. I remember him talking about Drewski. I remember him talking about the Drewski skit. I remember him talking about Pastor Bryant's wife. And he said he knew them, but he still kind of like was being a little disrespectful. Even though he didn't agree with what she wore, he was disrespectful in calling her out of her name. I mean, he didn't call her a B, but he might as well had. You know what I mean? I remember listening to him. I even have a video of talking about her dress, but I didn't call her out of her name. I just didn't agree with the wardrobe. Nothing wrong with the wardrobe. Nothing wrong with where she wore it. I think it's the position that she held is what I had an issue with it. I don't know if Corey came across that same way. He kept saying something about the pastor with the BBL, which I thought was disrespectful. I mean, even if she has one, you ain't have to deliver it that way. You know what I mean? It's the way it's his delivery in a lot of things. So now he's saying that TMZ has ruined his life. He's put this old footage out here of them. Well, it can't be that old. It was 2024. It's like 2 years old now, I guess, right? Maybe a year old because we're still in the beginning of 2026. All I can tell you, Corey, is that Time, this too shall pass. America's fickle. And just let it go. Okay. I'm sure when Shannon Sharp was going through that stuff with Gabby, he probably thought it was the end of the world. Like, oh my God. Crickets now, right? Nobody's talking about that anymore. We've gone past it. We've let him know how we felt about it. And he has moved on. He's still doing his Club Shay Shay. Still people coming on there interviewing. We've moved past it. He done paid out his millions to Gabby. She earned her millions. He got dragged for it. He got humiliated for it. Him and his race play. But I feel like, just like you feel in the moment, right? You said you've lost gigs and you've lost money. How about losing the gig that Shannon Sharp lost on ESPN? How about that? He was due millions. Clock that T. I'm sure after he lost that, he felt like the world was over. He was going to be on welfare. No, life kept moving. He still has some other things in the fire, which is what you should probably have too. But it's not the end of the world. What you could do from here on out is make sure you don't get into no more tussles. Try to conduct yourself in a decent manner. You're allowed to have your opinion. You're allowed to say what you want to say. But there's a certain decorum that comes along with that if you want to appear to be respectful, even though you might not be. My opinion. Y'all tell me what you think about this. What do you think about Corey Holcomb? Is his life ruined? All I did was give him an example of Shannon Sharp. It could be worse. Anyway, with that being said, everyone be blessed. Peace.